fluorescing lights trying to hype this crowd into a frenzy, and it's working because they know what a huge matchup is in store. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Arizona State Sun Devils, Mountain America Stadium in Tempe. As we'll see the number 24 team in the country, the Texas Tech Red Raiders, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Arizona State Sun Devils. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Red Raiders will kick it away to start. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here's the handoff. Hard running there. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. No Cam Scatterboo this season, guys. He was the definition of all-purpose workhorse back a year ago. He put Arizona State in the national spotlight. David, how do you replace a guy who was not only so productive, but was really the heart and soul of the team's identity?
Well, you know what's nice, Reese? It's nice to have a quarterback that's a superstar, a budding superstar. Sam Levitt is that guy. Can run it, can throw it, showed so much moxie last year. The offense might look a little bit different, but it's nice to have a trigger man like that.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right?
There he goes! Oh, it's on the ground! Live ball! And they are fortunate to avoid the turnover as the fumble goes out of bounds.
Well, they got a really nice drive going on offense. They're on their opponent's side of the field, but you're not going to come away with any points if you turn it over. And they've got to do a better job of ball security. Very, very lucky that ball went out of bounds.
The Sun Devils with the 1st and 10. Pulls and fires complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And the Sun Devils in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Dropping back, it's Levitt. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
The Sun Devils come to the ball, trying to pick up this 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Using the quick game. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9.
Talking to their coaches, they said, we are going to run the ball on the 1st drive of this game and really see if we can establish that line of scrimmage. You've seen that early so far, and after that explosive run, they've now set themselves up here in the red zone looking to score some points.
Tight end now in motion. Second down, he'll throw it. Grab behind the line. It's Udo. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
It's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
And the Sun Devils will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. He's looking to pass. Wide out, trying to get it in. Touchdown, Sun Devils! The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone.
And that is what a team of this caliber is expected to do, right? They've got the better number beside their name by all the metrics, by a talent standpoint, coaching standpoint. They're the superior team, and they just drove the ball in the first possession of the game, and they looked like it, scoring a touchdown and asserting their dominance.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Back to throw, it's Morton. Quick completion on the out route. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. And the Red Raiders want to crank the tempo. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a 1st down. Lost a throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Carter. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. That last completion sets them up on 2nd down. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone. Make them execute and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The Red Raiders are on the move. Looking downfield on 1st down. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Morton. Got it set up on the outside. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
They need the 40 to convert here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Hudson. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Red Raiders can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to throw, it's Morton. Plucks it out of the air. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And you really want to pay this drive off. This is a nice drive by this offense. Got to keep it going. Got to keep the foot on the gas. Obviously, trailing with a chance to tie this football game going into the half.
The Red Raiders come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They'll try to power their way ahead. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
Man, this offense continues to do such a great job on 3rd down. One of the best in the country at it, and the reason why, they keep it manageable most of the time. 3rd and short, they can run the football, be physical, convert 1st downs. This offense has been so good on 3rd downs.
Under fire. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And that is a huge play for the defense. Offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out of field goal range. The only way you do that is by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. And the shot to the middle of the field falls to the turf.
Well, no secret, this guy was a big part of their key to success. Already 2 catches on the opening drive, and they go back to him again. This time the defense is in better position, and they force the incompletion.
And guys, they've come through on the first 2 3rd down tries. This one might be a little tougher. Back to throw, it's Morton. Looking to scramble. On the run, fires downfield. Oh, he can't hang on. That one was nearly picked off. Instead, he'll force a 4th down.
If they're able to make that pick, they're wiping points off the board. But because he dropped it, now it's 4th down. And, of course, they're still in field goal range with an opportunity to score 3.
Absolutely perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Fair catch, called for and made. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the gun, running back gets the give. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Got it in the middle. It's McClain.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Looking for a man. It's Levin. Makes the grab. It's Brown. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. The offense changing the play. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Complete out of the backfield. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working.
Well, that tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it. But when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. The Sun Devils will snap it on 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. To the air on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
Now facing a 3rd and long. To the air. It's Levitt. Fires to the tight end. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. As strange as it seems, this is an easy decision. A little too far for the field goal. Punting does nothing for you. They'll go for it on 4th down. Makes the grab past the marker. Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on the score. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the 4th down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. 4th down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big 4th down conversion.
Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Now he's going to break the pocket. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
Wants to throw. It's Levitt. Into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Those are those opportunities in the game. You got a chance to take points off the board, make a big play, and you just couldn't squeeze the interception. That's one of those plays coaches come back to, talk about, say, think if we get this pick and we start taking this the other direction and we take points off of the scoreboard.
And he kept that one just straight enough to graze inside the left upright. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. Coming out with it, it's Hudson. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Pulls it in. It's Virgil. He stopped at the 32. It'll be a first down in the waning seconds of the half. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the middle. Got him downfield. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. And the Red Raiders will hustle to the line. Wants to throw on first down. Oh, they're after him. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
To the air, it's Morton. He uncorks one deep. Snags it inside the 20. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. The Red Raiders getting set on 1st and 10. They're in the red zone and they'll pass it. Got his man on the right. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Touchdown, Red Raiders! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Great job of execution in the passing game. QB and his target on the exact same page. The extra point now is going to tie this thing up. And they've got some real momentum here heading in at halftime.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And they tacked on the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Sun Devils will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Scanning the field, it's Morton. Flips it out to the back. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. And the Red Raiders can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. The quick out. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Precision, execution, and timing to pick up the first down on the out route.
I think you're spot on. Those out routes, man, it's got to be about timing. You got to throw that football before he breaks. Nice job seeing it. Short yard situation, throwing the ball on the money so the receiver can get upfield and get the first down.
Looking downfield on first down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
4 wide out set, 3 of them to the left on 2nd and 10. Caught over the middle. It's Eakin. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on third down from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. Trying to take it back. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Linebackers have a tough job, right? Their first responsibility is to stuff the run. But you can see he does a really good job seeing pass, getting back into his cover two drop, breaking on the football, and making the interception.
Oh, that was less than choreographed. Everybody going on their own snap count there. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And the offense suddenly with an opportunity it couldn't have expected with a first and goal after the pick. Looking to throw, it's Levitt. The screen, he can go. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Might be changing the route. Gonna swing it on second down. Trying to barrel in. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is third and goal. Slams ahead. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss.
And how about the response from this defense? Put in a horrible situation, horrible field position. Jesse, they've bowed their necks 3 times in a row.
Yeah, and it's a sudden change situation, and they practice that all week. You never know when they're going to come up, but you have to have guys on the field playing with a sense of urgency. This has been awesome defensively.
And as they come to the line of scrimmage, they're passing on the field goal. But look, worst case scenario, you don't get it here, they're backed up in their own end. They want to throw it. Here's the pressure. Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack.
And that's the world we live in. You want to be aggressive. You want to get touchdowns. You don't want to kick field goals. Analytics says this. Well, now you get no points. And the defense bows up in a big part of the field, gets the big sack on 4th down and goal.
They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Leaves it with the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is the top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
Looking downfield, it's Morton. Fires to the middle. He's got an open man. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Reads it, fires complete. Across the 25, he's got room. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
The Red Raiders have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Got the quick pass. Turning on the Jets. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Well, that's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
And the Red Raiders have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Quarterback keeper. Touchdown, Red Raiders! And with that one, they jump on top here in the 2nd half.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On the snap, it's Tyson. Intercepted, the defense has set him up. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48.
You know, it's really tough to complete the ball over the middle of the field. You got so many players in the way with linebackers and safeties, and you could tell the defender did a really good job reading the quarterback's eyes, breaking on the football, creating the interception.
They'll start this drive at their own 48. They'll move the tight end. Gives it on the option. Shakes off the defender. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. It's a running room. He's loose. He's at the 10, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Red Raiders. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump-starts the offense.
And, man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. They go back to work in the final period of this one. To throw, it's Levitt. Makes the catch. It's Moss. It's a seam wide open. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+.
Man, that is just what this defense did not need. Late in the football game, up by a couple of scores, you just can't give up the big play. And listen, that was a contested catch, but we got to get guys on the ground. Can't give up explosive. Let that clock tick and preserve the lead.
Pulls it in. It's Moss. There he goes. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Trying to get rid of it. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Quarterback may change this route. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Makes the grab. He'll be run out of bounds at the 13.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
The Sun Devils are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. Wants to throw it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Butler. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. On 4th down, going to the air. Touchdown, Arizona State! Fitted in the window for the score.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is good as they close to within a touchdown, 24-17. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. Alabama is on the short side of things right now, but like the days of Tua and Devontae Smith in the 2018 title game, do not rule out a comeback. It's a tight one right now. They're trailing by only 5 to Tennessee. Games like these just mean more in the SEC, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should see.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Snags it quickly on the left. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with the lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
The Red Raiders with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. To the air, it's Morton. Quickly complete. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by the quarterback knowing where his answer was against the blitz and against man coverage, picking up that completion.
Raiders come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a 1st down.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you. Right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
The Red Raiders come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll leave it with him. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And if you didn't know this was a big play, the crowd is telling you, a huge 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Morton. Looking to buy time. The throw. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. And the Red Raiders will try to pin them back with the punt. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. Gets it out of there for the first time today, and didn't see much of him in that loss a week ago. Called on just once. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Snagged in the middle. It's Brown. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the right. A strike downfield. Turning it on. And he'll get out of bounds. It's a 1st down there in plus territory, and now threatening to get the score.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Looking downfield, it's Levitt. Grabbed in the middle, it's Moss. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the 1st down.
Caught in the backfield, it's Moss. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Yeah, we don't have many plays left. You know, the clock winding down, we got to make something happen. These kind of plays are just crippling. They will absolutely ruin what chance you have to push the ball down the field later on and save timeouts, and so we got to get that engine going here.
Wants to throw again. Under fire. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
3rd and long, defense knows the pass is coming, so they're going to have guys with their eyes on the QB, but they are going to try to get to him with pressure, pinning their ears back. If you're on offense, you might be thinking blitz here. You better get rid of this one quick.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Making side adjustments here. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th.
What a great play by the defense. In a play like that, in this situation of the game, late, it's close, 3rd down, you gotta have it. And how about the pass rush? How about the effort getting to the quarterback?
This late in the game, there's really no question about it. To have any chance to tie this thing up, they have to convert here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got it. And he will be stopped short or stop himself short of the line to gain. What was he thinking there? And
to go for it. Decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Under a minute to go. Just take a knee here and avoid the potential for disaster.
And we've seen it, Reese, very recently.
They knock him down in the end zone. That'll be a safety and put an exclamation point on this one.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
Makes the catch. Wants to make a move upfield. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. Back to pass, it's Levitt. A deep throw as the clock winds down.
Hey, listen, it's hard for an offense. When you're trailing late in the game, you've got to throw to get back in. The defense already knows it anyway. On top of that, you've got this weather that you have to deal with. These conditions are not conducive to playing pitch and catch. This is a big uphill battle for this offense.
He's taking the deep shot. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Touchdown, Sun Devils! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
Big-time players make big plays in big games. And in that kind of situation, that far away from the end zone, there was only one guy on this offense that was going to get the football. He's able to take his entire team, put them on his shoulders. With only seconds to go, they've taken the lead.
He'll set up to throw. He's got it in the end zone. You had to go for 2 there, and they make it pay off. They're up by 3. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. It's incomplete. A last-gasp effort, and the defense finds a way to survive it. How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both